injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their
Tune in, guys. Tune in. Let's talk.
But 100
Good afternoon,
years
everybody.
later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation.
Good afternoon. I hope everybody had a good weekend.
Of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a
so I got a few things,
poverty.
and I won't hold y'all long tonight, man. Probably about 30 minutes, man, just to run down some of these things that
Rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
So I won't hold y'all long tonight, man. I got a few things that I wanna talk about real quick, man. The line is open. If you have any questions or concerns or something you want to get out to the community, the line to call is 706-612-4556. Again, that's 706-612-4556. I want to first, I got a call I got a video today, right? The first thing I want to talk about, I got a video today from a Clark County school district teacher, right? And this teacher recorded a situation dealing with a homeless kid, right? And she asked me not to share. The reason why y'all don't see it on my page, because she asked me not to share it, but she wanted me to be informed about what some of the stuff that teachers and stuff go through with the kids in our school district, right? And I know that teachers do a lot. I do know that teachers do a lot. They do a lot in our community, man. They do a lot for the kids that they actually teach. And I always view teachers as like a second parent, because you got to think your kid is in the school system and they probably pretty much stay at school 5 days a week. If they stay in 5 days a week, right? And that's like school is like a second home to them. But this teacher called me today. First she sent me the video, and it came from a number I didn't recognize. So I'm like, what is this? And I looked at the video, and when I tell you that video put chills on my arm, it put chills on my arm, man. And I never knew that our teachers go through so. I mean, the video was showing how she was sitting down talking to the kid, and the young man was explaining that, he don't have much. He like to come to school so he'll be able to eat and meet with his friends and stuff. And it runs so deep. But what shocked me about it is the teacher that was doing this, she was like really into this guy, right? Really into this guy. And during the middle of the video, she actually put the kid in her car. I think she was mentoring him. And she put the kid in her car, took the kid home. Her and her husband fixed the kid something to eat. They sat down and played some type of board game they were playing, or putting puzzles together, something they was doing. And it showed me that this teacher ain't only teaching. This teacher is helping in a way that doesn't really exist no more in the world. I mean, she really got down into it, man. She was treating this kid, and I know it wasn't a kid because they were different races, right? But she was treating this kid like this kid was her own kid. You know what I'm saying? And it put chills on my arm to know that a teacher would go to that extent. I mean, taking the kid home, helping him. And I'm quite sure she probably did a lot more for this. But when she sent me the video, she said, Mr. Hardy, I want you to see just what us school teachers do outside of what we outline. And I'm quite sure she wasn't getting paid for this. What we do outside of just being a school teacher. I mean, some of us like really love these kids in our district. And you got to think, if you stay with a kid for a whole year, 5 days a week, you're going to become attached to a kid like that. So why she told me don't mention her name and don't share the video, I just want to, but before I even start tonight, I want to give a real big special shout out to the Athens, Clark County teachers that go up and beyond for what they do without you. I mean, if it put chills on my arm, it had to be really, I wish I could share it, but I gave her a promise I wouldn't share it. But some of these teachers in our district go really hard, man, for these kids, man. And these kids get attached to them. I mean, like teachers are like second parents. They get attached to them. So I want to give a shout out to all, not just that teacher, but for every teacher that goes in and put in that extra, go outside of putting in extra work to make sure that our kids are okay, man, and that they get the support that they need. I mean, cause I don't know if y'all know this or not, but we and some of the people that watching probably could tell y'all that we got a lot of kids in our school district that is homeless. That's another topic. But, for somebody to take their personal time out like that, take this kid home, first sit down and tutor him and mentor him or whatever, then take them to their home and fix them food and sit down and play with them. I think a lot of people don't understand kids need love, and they need a different type of love. They don't just need no regular love. Kids are kids and they need love, a lot of love, man. So, thank you, teacher, all the teachers that actually do stuff like this with our kids, man, because like I said, the times are getting hard, man. And kids are the ones that's going to affect the most. I mean, really. I mean, us grown ups, we can fend for ourselves, but if you're a grown up with kids, then you got to fend for yourself and that kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to feel for that. Oh, somebody just said something about the coaches. And that's the same thing. I mean, with the little league football team, baseball team, soccer team, y'all got to think those coaches that's out there that's doing that stuff, they not just only teaching that kid that sport, right? They not only teaching them that sport. They mentoring them. They helping them with homework. They do. I know my partner, Sammy Freeman, he do a lot of that stuff. Sammy do a lot of that stuff, man. Yeah. So, and they don't broadcast it. They don't put it on. A lot of them don't even put it on social media. They don't say nothing about it. But I have a pleasure sometimes talking to some of the coaches. They'll call me or text me or inbox me or whatever and say they want to talk. And those even just like those teachers, those coaches go through a lot with trying to help these kids. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know, and I'm just going to keep it real. Y'all know I don't tell no lie. Some of these kids don't have the best behavior. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the best behavior sometimes. So for these parents, these grown-ups to go beyond with helping your child, right? With helping your child. I mean, y'all got to start meeting the teachers, the coaches, and everybody. Y'all need to start meeting them halfway, man. Meet them halfway. I mean, cause I know that for a fact. I was acting good at home, but I was a whole different person in school. And some of y'all know that y'all kids is not perfect in school. So if we know that, try to make your kid the best person they can be inside and outside of school. It'll make going to school or going to practice or whatever. It'll make that a lot easier. And they can learn it better. I mean, cause time ain't gonna wait on nobody. If they don't get it now as kids, they're not gonna be able to go back and relive their childhood. So y'all start trying to meet. And when I seen this with this video they teacher today, it just done something. I wouldn't have never knew that teachers actually step outside the box like that. I didn't know that. I thought maybe they just come in, teach their class, go home, and that's it. But that ain't it. That ain't it. They do so much, man. And I want to say thank to all the coaches and the teachers and everybody that just got their hand inside with these kids, man. If they got their hands on these kids, y'all meet them halfway, man. Meet them halfway. Don't think that your kid is perfect, because ain't nobody walking perfect for one. But don't think that your kid perfect. These kids, and I know this because I talk to a lot of kids, so I know this. Some of these kids will play like a angel at home because they don't want that belt on them or whatever. They don't want to lose their video games or whatever. But then they get to school and they'll get a teacher the most problem in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? And the day looking at this video showed me that these teachers actually care. Some of these teachers actually care. for their well-being. Is everything perfect? I can't say that. I won't say that. But I want to be fair for the teachers that's actually trying to make it happen, man. And for the coaches that get out there and don't even get paid for it and get out there and do that work, man. And put in that extra time with our kids. When I say our kids, I don't have kids, but when I say our kids, I'm talking about as a community. So I want to tell the old teachers, thank you. I ain't saying everybody good or everybody bad, but I'm just saying for the one that's trying, thank you guys for that, for doing that. I want to share that video bad. I know if it touched me, it's going to touch a whole bunch of y'all, but it's kind of hard to move me, man, because I always try to stay concentrating on the issue. But when I seen that video, and it's about 30 minutes long, when I seen that video, it done something to me. I'm glad she showed that to me because I got a newfound respect for teachers in the Clark County School District. So thank you, all the teachers. Thank her and all the teachers that go up and beyond. Let's see. So as y'all probably noticed throughout social media that we got a lot of people sharing posts and stuff. We see a lot of stuff. I want to say this while I'm stuck on the situation with the kids, right? I see a lot of people that actually been sharing a lot of fight videos, right? And I try to keep positive peoples on my page, right? But I see a lot of people been sharing videos like a fight happened on North Avenue, a fight happened here. And it's our young generation that's fighting, right? It ain't right. When you share those videos or those fights and stuff, or these people, kids fighting, that don't do nothing but encourage these kids to continue to do the type of stuff that they're doing, right? We don't need to encourage that because that ain't right. It's us fighting us. It's us fighting us. It's kids. And when I say kids, they kids to me because I'm a lot older than them. I'm seeing kids 19, 20, 21, 22. Some of them just trying to go out and enjoy themselves or what up and end up in a fight. And y'all know in today's time, man, everything is recorded. Everything. You can drop the gas pump at the gas station and somebody will record that. I mean, somebody will actually like put that on social media. I seen one time I was out there helping Athens Garden with their sewer problem, and a couple of people were sharing the video online. I didn't even know I was being recorded. I mean, I just happened to glance at I'm like, man, they were filming me. But everything is being recorded these days, guys. I see people recording at red lights. I see people record everything recorded. But I don't think that it's appropriate for us to be sharing videos of our young teens beating on each other. Now, technically, a good fight is a good fight. I mean, ain't no weapons involved. Y'all get a little stressed off. I mean, people make living fight now. So, I mean, technically, and I might be wrong with saying this, but technically, I don't see nothing wrong with a good fight. If you can get one-on-one, I mean, y'all know a lot of these fights don't be one-on-one, but if you can get one-on-one and get you a good fight off, y'all leave it alone next day. I mean, I know growing up, I did a lot of fighting growing up, right? And after we fight, we back best friends. I mean, that's how it used to be back then. I can literally get to fight with something. I probably done got more fights than you can name, but we'll get to fighting or whatever. And the next day we go to school like ain't that happening. And that back my best friend, you know, and now it's not like that. Sometimes when people lose, y'all be mindful when y'all share these. I mean, somebody just killed themselves from sharing videos. People actually, we got to be mindful of what we encourage on social media, what I'm trying to say. Some people don't take losses kindly. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Some people see that they know they're going to be on social media. They know they're going to see getting beat up. So now they finna come back later on with a gun or a knife or a weapon or with their family or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So let's not encourage, okay, somebody got to fight. Leave it alone. Sharing it on social media. I wish to God that we would the same way we do these fights and stuff and share them. Fight for the community like that. Fight for a change. If you can go that hard when 5 or 6 of y'all girls or 5 or 6 of y'all guys can stand in the paint and fight for 15 or 20 minutes, throwing blows like that, throw them same blows at trying to make the community better. And then you have hundreds of people crowded around these fights, you know, encouraging on, get them girl, get them boy, get them bruh, or whatever. Imagine if y'all took that same energy and turned it into positive and start fighting to make the community better. Think about that, because y'all don't understand. If you get caught up, you can actually go to jail for that, for one. But if you get caught up, if you end up in jail, all those people that were standing around encouraging y'all, they're not going to help y'all get out of jail, for one. It ain't going to be nobody but your family, your mama, dad, or family, or whoever that's going to help you get out. So before somebody tell you to pull up, I hope don't nobody never tell me to pull up on them, but, and I don't really get off in that, but, and I don't put myself in those situations, but if somebody tell you to pull up, before you actually decide to pull up, think about the consequences behind it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to realize. I know some of y'all that's over 18, y'all considered grown, so you can do what you want to do. But once you get inside that system, and let me tell you something, the police department, the sheriff department, law enforcement, probation, everybody, they on social media. They view social media. I mean, we see all the time that people get arrested just by the videos being shared on social media. So what if somebody see some of these fight videos y'all showing? Sometimes we tell on ourselves, bro. But these fight videos y'all showing, what if somebody share that video and a police officer see it, or the district attorney or whoever see it? They bound to come lock you up while you're at school or while you're at work, you know, for assault or a simple battery or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we got to think about these consequences. If you're gonna share something, share something positive. Share you sitting in your room at the computer working on an assignment or something. You know what I'm saying? Share you and your family going out at at an event or something, and you doing something positive. I mean, they can't lock you up for that, and you can't be penalized for that. I mean, I don't know if these parents, I mean, if you grown, your mom really shouldn't be checking your phone, but I think some of y'all parents might need to sit down and explain to your kid that they might want to be mindful of the stuff that they show them. So, I mean, cause once they get in jail, I mean, they got a charge on them, so ain't no way to back up out of that. So I don't like seeing those fight videos. I mean, I think it's negative. I think it shows that we don't know how to act. I mean, I seen somebody comment on fight video. She said, I stay in Macon. I'm glad our kids don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a good thing to be sharing that stuff, man. And like I said, it possibly could cause somebody to get locked up or even hurt battle. I know if I wake up, if somebody beat me up, I'm going to give you a perfect example. If somebody get lucky enough to beat me up, right? And they share it on social media, I'm just getting beat to death. And some of these fights, I see the person be losing pretty bad. If I'm getting beat to death, somebody recording it, and then it's shared on social media, and it's shared like multiple times, right? I'm talking about, they done went viral about 15 times. I'm going to wake up the next morning and be strolling through social media. All I see is me on the ground getting beat to death. Technically, and I shouldn't feel like that, but I'm human. Technically, I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to be thinking of every kind of way that I can get some get back. And that's how these kids, I'm telling you, that's how these kids think. They making me look bad. Everybody seeing these videos, they making me look bad. And these kids think like this. I know if some of the grown-ups think like this, the kids are definitely thinking about it. Because they got to go to school the next day. And that might cause them to start getting bullied or anything. So y'all got to be mindful of them videos, man. Sharing them video. I know your kid probably winning. You probably want to show that video, but you probably finna get your kid locked up. So I just want to say that part about the fight, man. Be mindful. It make us look bad as a community when we always sharing stuff that our kids are doing. That's bad. Now, if you're sharing it to try to make a change, that's different. I don't think that's being done, but I could be wrong. And I'm not going to attack the people that's fighting because they kids to me. So I'm not going to attack them on that. I'm just letting the parents know that, hey, be mindful of what your child is posting on social media, because it could be a lot of repercussion, good and bad. I mean, a lot of bad repercussions behind them being involved in a fight. So I want to share that with y'all. Another thing, the mayor race. The mayor race. So y'all probably been seeing, y'all know Kelly Gertz got about 17 months before he's gone, right? And thank God, we finally getting rid of Kelly Gertz. Or they done tried everything they can to get rid of Kelly. They done tried to recall him. They done tried to have him arrested. The first man in history commit a crime and then ain't get arrested. But finally Kelly Gertz finna go. He got 17 more. July the 1st, he'll have 17 more months left, and he up out of here. He up out of here. And from what I'm hearing, that he's gonna try to squeeze his way. I didn't know. I just found out this week that Kelly Gertz work at Foothills or somewhere as a teacher. But from what I'm hearing, though, he gonna try to become superintendent in Athens. Do I recommend that? No. If you couldn't even run a city, I know you can't run a school district. No. And he came from the school district as a teacher, from what I'm hearing. But allegedly, he's gonna try to run for superintendent. Now, for all the board members that watch my page and watch these videos that I do, I'm gonna tell you as a community leader in this community that love this community, if Kelly Gertz attempt to file and try to get superintendent in Athens, Georgia, it's probably going to be a riot. I mean, they don't even want him as mayor. So, and I'm not going to start no, let me just clear that up. I'm not going to start no riot, but I highly, highly recommend that you don't let Kelly Gertz come inside our school system as no superintendent. If he couldn't manage the city of Athens and all the backward stuff that he done took us through, I don't recommend that he come inside our school. And I think a lot of people feel the way I feel about that. I think a lot of people feel the way I feel about that. That man have done so much and destroyed so much in our community, man. Till it's crazy. And why I got Kelly, y'all notice I don't call him mayor no more. But why I got him on my mind, let me go ahead and tell y'all guys. So y'all remember the Lay Park issue that I've been discussing about? So I found out, right? Lay Park is losing their playground. They losing their parking lot. They losing their playground. But allegedly, the reason why they're losing it is because Kelly Gertz, y'all mayor, wanted a parking deck in place of the playground and the parking lot of Lay Park. And the reason why he wanted a parking deck to be put right there, because his personal friend, Paul Kramer, who's over the classic, what is that? The arena and the Classic Center, the guy that runs that, he need parking for the arena. So while we thinking that, and allegedly the contractors are saying they didn't even ask for Lay Park playground and parking lot, right? They said Kelly Gertz made the suggestion so he can help his friend Paul Kramer. If you don't know who Paul Kramer is, he's the executive director over at I think the Classic Center and the arena. And him and Kelly Gertz are best friends. They are best friends. But allegedly Kelly Gertz made the recommendation about that, to have that parking deck put right there and make it look like he's helping Bethel Home and all these people with parking, but he's really not helping them. He's helping the Classic Center, the arena, his friend Paul Kramer. So I don't think that was a good move. I don't think that was a smart move that our mayor did that to us. He took a part of our history away from us, man, and I don't like that. I think people are waiting back to hear from the Attorney General about this. A lot of people have filed complaints with the Attorney General about this because Kelly Gertz shouldn't have been involved. The same people that he recommend build a thing, he sits on the committee with that committee, and that's a conflict of interest. So a lot of people have wrote to the Attorney General about this. So hopefully that Mr. Carr and I think he followed me too, Chris Carr. Hopefully he'll get involved with this and reverse this and make it our kids won't lose what belongs to us. I mean, that's been there for over 50 years. Every time I think about that, it just do something to me, cause that shows another form of not being transparent with our community. It's nobody in that area from Bethlehem all the way down North Avenue, nobody in that area would want to lose the playground that our kids play on. I mean, for the arena to have somewhere to park. Y'all should have thought about that. If y'all they should have thought about before they even built that arena that it was a wrong move anyway. I think, and somebody tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, you put in the comments, but I think they are already like $200 million in the hole behind this arena. All the issues with the sewer and all this stuff not being intact, and they took the government They took the government backwards. And they still take it. Now they done elapsed over in the community as well. The front parking lot of Lake Park and the playground and all that stuff, we lose that because y'all mayor is trying to help his personal friends, and that's wrong, man. That's wrong. But as far as the mayor race, Kelly Girtz will be gone in 17 months. I just pray that whoever become mayor of this city, I know who I'm going for, but whoever is mayor of this city, all this stuff that Kelly Girtz have done to destroy the city of Athens with the bike lanes and the streets not being taken care of, and all this negative stuff Kelly Girtz done to our city. Hopefully when the new mayor get in, that he'll reverse all these things and make it back right. And that'll be his call, or whoever it is. But what I was saying about the mayor race, so right now, as of now, we know that 2 people is running for mayor in Athens. Tim Denson and Mr. Dexter Fisher. He announced it this week that he is running for mayor. Okay, I will, Miss Hick. He is running for mayor. Now, I'm hearing that a couple of more people going to join the race too, right? A couple of more people supposed to actually join the mayor race. And God knows we need a mayor in Athens that first love Athens. You got to love Athens. I know Kelly Girtz ain't actually from Athens, so I know he ain't going to be really fair for Athens. But he haven't been fair with, he ain't even fair with the commissioner that he worked with. So that tells you a lot. But we need a mayor there that love this city. For one, we need somebody that love this city. For 2, we need a mayor that's going to be transparent, not to help certain people or certain situations. We need a mayor that's going to fight for all of Athens, the business owners, the school teachers, the little league coaches, the homeless. We need a mayor who's going to be fair. And when I seen Mr. Fisher announced this week that he's running for mayor, it gave me hope, because I'm gonna just tell you, I've been dealing with Mr. Fisher now, and some of y'all know this. I've been dealing with Mr. Fisher now for about 5 years. That's before he even became a commissioner. I've been dealing with him for about 5 years. And let me show you how fair, and Tamika and them can tell y'all this. Let me show you how fair he was, right? When I met Commissioner Fisher, he was over the school district. He was a director over at the school district, right? And I got a call that the bus drivers was being treated unfair. The bus driver was being treated unfair. They weren't getting paid enough. A lot of their money was being withheld or whatever. And they reached out to me about it. So when they reached out to me about it, what I did was, I got in contact with the school district, and I say, who controls the situation with the buses, with the bus drivers or whatever, right? And they told me his name is Dexter Fisher. I said, is there any way that you can send me his phone number? And they said, yes, sir, Mr. Harder. They sent me his phone number, and Mr. Fisher didn't know me from a can of paint. I called him, And I said, hey, my name is Charles Hart. I'm calling you in concerns the issue that we got going on with our school bus drivers, man. I need some help. I said, is there any way that I can set up a meeting with you? And he said, sure. He said, sure, Mr. Hardy. What time would you like to come in? So we set up the meeting, and me and him sat down and we talked. And I told him, look, these bus drivers is being treated unfairly. I said, they getting low wages. Their hours ain't adding up. Some of them, checks are being held, blah, blah, blah. So he said, how can we fix it? I said, this is how we can fix it. We first need to call the bus drivers in here. Not all of them. Probably get about 5 or 6 of them bus drivers. Let's call them in here so you can get a full thing on what's going on with their situation, right? And they said, could you put that meeting together? I said, sure. So I reached out to the people the bus driver that reached out to me. I reached out to them. I said, hey guys, is y'all willing to sit down and have a meeting? I said, I got the director want to meet with y'all so we can try to get this straightened out. Because if y'all can remember, the bus driver was actually talking about going on strike. And if our bus drivers would have went on strike, our kids couldn't have got to school. So I needed to try to figure out what can I do? I got to try to stop this some kind of way. What can I do to stop them teachers from bus drivers from going on strike and make sure they get what they need in order to stay? So I reached out to them, and some of them will tell you about it. I reached out to them. We got to meet, sat down, we talked, and guess what? God worked it all out. God worked it all out. They got what they asked for. They got what they needed. They treated fairly, and God worked it out. I just say God worked it out. I ain't gonna say God worked it out. So they got what they needed. But that's when I met Mr. Fisher. And ever since then, me and him been cool. Another incident came up where during COVID, if y'all remember during COVID, right? A lot of the parents, could nobody go to school? Could nobody go to school and none of that. I asked the community, what could I do to help them during COVID as far as with their kids, right? And probably like 30 to 40 parents got on that post and said, if you can get us some desks, is there any way that we can get some school desks? So so many parents said that, I said, let me see what I can do. Guess who I called? I called Dexter Fisher. Hey, Mr. Fisher, look, check this out, man. A lot of the parents want to know, is there any way they could get, a lot of kids are doing in-schooling now because of COVID. That's when the kids had a choice to either go to school or stay at home. I said, a lot of the parents chose to keep their kids at home. Is there any way that y'all can the school district can donate me some school desks? And he said, how many you need? I said, as much as you can stand. He said, okay, meet me at the district. He gave me the address where to meet him at. The next day, I met him there. That man, I know, and y'all can look at my page if y'all think I'm lying. That man had to at least give me probably like 400 school desks that they were finna get rid of. That they were finna actually get rid of. He gave me like 400 desks. So I loaded my truck down. I loaded my trailer down. I thank him for what he did. I thank the district for what they did. And me and my board members all that day, and y'all, some of y'all know this, all that day went around passing out school desks to every parent that asked for a school desk. I personally took it to their house and gave it with computers and gave it to them. So that's why I respect people like Dexter Fisher so much. Anybody that steps up in the paint to help this community, I can't do nothing but rock with them. I can't do nothing but rock with them. Now, if I'm wrong from rocking that way, it is what it is. But anybody that have shown me over the years that they're for this community and they love this community, I got to work with them. And I'm going to work with them. I mean, because what's my purpose? God said my purpose is to help fix this community, right? So why would I work with the wrong side and not the right side? And I ain't using that political. I'm just saying in general. So I got to rock with Dexter Fisher with this. And in no shade to anybody else that's running, anybody else that might enter the race. Ain't no shade to you guys, but this man has shown me for the last 5 or 6 years that I have known him, that he's for this community. I mean, before he was even there in the commissioner race, he was doing positive stuff. So I got to rock with that, man. I mean, some people ain't gonna like it. Some people say, well, why you pick him? Why you pick him? I mean, like I say, ain't no shade to nobody else that gonna run. I mean, I got to respect stuff like that. I respect people helping the community. So if you're going to help this community, I mean, I got to rock with you. But if you're trying to tear this community down in a negative way, then I'm going to rock against you. I mean, we enemies. Anybody that's trying to hurt this community, I'm not with you. I'm with the people that's trying to make it right. Thank you, Mr. Long. Thank you, Mr. Long. So I got to rock with him, man. We got a few different seats coming up for commissioners too. And just so y'all know, the commissioners, all the commissioner and the mayor, they won't be meeting again to July the 15th, right? They won't be meeting no more to July the 15th. They actually on vacation or whatever. So ain't no more meetings and nothing to July the 15th. So I want to tell y'all about that, the mayor race. I think Dexter is a good man. He always been in my corner. He always been in the community corner when we needed him. So, and it's a lot of stuff that he done did behind the scenes. You know, sometimes when you guys ask me about, hey, can you help me get a hotel, or can you help me do this? Can you help me do this? It's people like him, Steve Middlebrook, Willie Green, and Commissioner John. These people are the people that say he's one of them. These are the people that giving me the money so I can get you and your kid a hotel. Or, I mean, these are the people that's helping. Michael McClendon, there's a lot of them that actually, when I put up a post and, hey, I need $200 for this, $200 or $300 for this, $400, or I need a week of hotel. These people are the ones that making it happen. So why would I go against them? I mean, it just wouldn't add up. That means I'm fighting against the all. I mean, these people trying to help and you trying to tear it down. I mean, I can't rock with that, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all might feel a different way about it. And personally, if you ain't rocking the right way, I can't rock with you. So, but anyway, you got a couple of commissioner seats that's coming available too. And I'm waiting, but I'm going to try to get Dexter Fisher on my live so he can talk to y'all. I'm going to try to see will he be available next week. He already announced that he's running for mayor. So I'm going to reach out to him probably tomorrow and see can I get him on live so we can have a one-on-one conversation. So we can, any questions that y'all may have for the community, y'all can ask him questions or whatever. But as of right now, like I said, ain't no shade to nobody else. But as of right now, I got to rock with the person I think that's best for the community. So, another thing, leisure services. Leisure services. I hear so much. I had somebody pull me over at the grocery store. I had somebody pull me over at the grocery store about leisure services, right? They said they was at Sandy Creek. I think they said it was at Sandy Creek on having a cookout event that they booked and paid for, right? And leisure services came out there and made them shut it down. After they done booked it and tried to get them a whole different location, right? And said they had somebody else finna come in that spot. I don't think that's fair. I don't think, if I book something online and give you my money, don't try to, I got all my peoples out here. And we got these ribs on the grill and steaks and all this stuff. And then you come tell me to move my venue to somewhere else because y'all forgot you rented it to somebody else. That ain't right. That ain't right. I mean, somebody literally stopped me in the grocery store. Hey, Mr. Hardy, can you say something about this Sunday when you talk? So for the family that came up and told me about this situation, I don't know if y'all know it or not, but leisure services don't have a director. They got an intern, but they don't have a director, right? And we need a good director over there. Kent Kilpatrick, he's retired, he's gone. And I'm not going to say I was pleased with the way he ran leisure services, and I ain't going to say nothing bad about him. I mean, I hope he enjoyed retirement, but we need a good director over there. We need a good director. And from my understanding, Ernest Elder is going to be one of the ones that's putting in for that director position. Now, Ernest Elder is the one that run the youth basketball stuff in the school system, right? Y'all can look at it page. Y'all can go to the page and look at it. But if I had, when I found out that he's actually trying to put in an application for this, and he didn't tell me this, somebody else told me, but, and I'm going to reach out to him about it. When I found out he's the one that was one of the one that were putting in the application, I can get behind that. I think that Ernest, and there ain't no shade to nobody else. It ain't no shade to nobody else. But I think Ernest would be an excellent leader. Somebody from this community that already worked with kids, got a successful nonprofit, CYO, that work. I think he will make an excellent director to take that spot at Leisure Service. I mean, I think he's fair. Anybody that I feel like they get that spot need to love kids. And this man love kids. A lot of y'all kids play basketball for him or whatever. We need that type of leadership there. We need that type of leadership there in those spots like that. You got to think, Leisure Services deal with so many kids in the city of Athens, right? And I don't know who somebody else might be running. I don't know. But I know I heard from a good source of mine that they recommend that Ernest Elder get that position. So I don't know when it's gonna transform. I don't know, but Ernest, if you're watching, if you see this, man, just know, man, you got my backing with this, man. And I'm quite sure a lot of people in the community is gonna bag you with getting this, because first, we know you love kids. We know you and your organization love kids, and you've been doing it for a while, man, and you actually good at it. So I think that a lot of people in the community are gonna bag you on this one, bro. I really do. So if you ever see this video, man, reach out to me on Monday or Tuesday, bro, and let's talk about it, man, because if it's true that you are running for that position, then I think you the man for it. I think you the man for it, because you got to love them kids, bro. If you don't love them kids, you don't need to run. Don't try to get, a lot of people see this, try to get in these positions to get money. They want to be able to feed. And don't get me wrong now. It's all about feeding your family. Now, don't get me wrong. The money is good, but when the money overrules your passion, you're doing it for the wrong reason. I mean, I look at some of these people that got these jobs. I'm going to give you a perfect example. School teachers. School teachers don't make nearly enough money they need to make from what they deal with on a daily basis. And I know that. I got school teachers that's my friend. They don't make nearly enough money they need to be making. So that tells you that their passion is way stronger than the money. They got to be. Why else would you be doing it? Your passion is way stronger than the money. And that's how you got to go in. It's just like, for instance, running for mayor, right? The mayor, man, don't you know people at McDonald's make more than the mayor? Legally. What, $40,000, $42,000 a year? The mayor make $42,000 a year. That's probably like $18 an hour. And he ain't even working full-time hours. I mean, he had to go get another job. So when your passion, when the money overrule your passion, you're in the wrong job. I mean, that's why you go to work sometime and you're not happy, because that ain't your passion. You just there to get the money. I mean, but Ernest, I got to say, man, if you is running for that position, reach out to me Monday, man. Let's talk, bro. I think you'll be an excellent replacement for Kent Kilpatrick. I know you love these kids, man. And like I said, ain't no shade to nobody else, man. It might be somebody else running, but if that's the case, then I mean, it is what it is. But I support you, Ernest Elder. I support you, bro. Another thing, moving on. Boys and Girl Club. Y'all ain't familiar with what I did, but early this week, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I sent out a massive email to our county attorney and all the commissioners, right? I sent out a big email to them concerning issues dealing with the Boys and Girl Club. Y'all know I've been reporting about the issue with the Boys and Girl Club now for about 2 weeks. I actually said, I sent them an email. I sent the Boys and Girl Club an email the week before and asked them to sit down, let's talk, so we can see as a community what direction is the Boys and Girl Club going in, right? They refused to answer the email. And I sent it to the CEO director. Her assistant. I sent it to her assistant. She felt like she didn't need to answer it. So I said, okay. I got a phone call this week. Monday, I got a phone call and said, Mr. Hardy, you ain't gonna believe this. And I said, yeah, ma'am, what's going on? And this, I ain't gonna call the person name. I said, what's going on? She said, I called over to the Boys and Girls Club to try to see, can I get their audit information or whatever. And guess what they told me? I said, what they tell you, ma'am? And she said, the first thing that came out the assistant mouth was, are you a part of Charles Hardy organization? She said, the lady asked her, are you getting this for Charles Hardy? You a part of your organization? And the lady on the phone said, no, I'm not a part. Charles Hardy ran First Step. I'm not a part of First Step. I was asking for myself. And she said the lady put on hold. And then the CEO got on the phone and said, we're not going to be able to provide you that information at this moment, and hung up the phone. So the lady, after she hung up the phone, the lady called me and said, man, they really into you, man. They said, she asked me was I a part of your organization and all that. I said, what your conversation had to do with me? So I don't know. But anyway, the Boys and Girls Club, I sent out a massive email to the manager, the city manager of Athens, and all the commissioners, right? And I said that we need transparency. We need to have transparency right now in our community dealing with the Boys and Girls Club. They continuously, they done closed rec centers. They done did this, they done did that, misappropriation of funds, everything going on wrong with the Boys and Girls Club. And I say, the government, by y'all keep giving them money, y'all have gave them millions of dollars to do certain things. And the certain thing that y'all gave them millions of dollars for, they're no longer doing it, right? So I said, we need some transparency because that is taxpayers' money that's being spent on staff or CEOs or whatever they're spending it on that affecting our kids, because now our kids are playing in the dirt when they should have been playing in the rec center. So I sent this email out to everybody, and the manager did respond back to me. He say, I'm finna get on top of this now. Thank you for reaching out, blase, right? So that's good. But I got notification today that this week the Boys and Girls Club CEO have been called in by the county for conversation. For the conversation she won't give us. Now the people that done gave her money wanna talk to her. So she got a meeting this week, and she probably saying, how he know that? How he know that? But she's been called in this week to have a meeting with the ACC Gov about this situation with the funding, about the programs being closed and all this. So as soon as I find out what was the outcome of the meeting, hopefully by next Sunday or the next Sunday, I'll be able to tell you guys about it, and let's hope it's favorable for our community. Right now, Judge Drake is the acting manager. So, and I know him. He's a real fair guy. If you're doing something wrong or doing something to hurt this community, he gonna be the one to tell you. So I better tell y'all hopefully by next Sunday, unless something flare up before then I better tell y'all by next Sunday what was the outcome with that. Let me see. Was it anything else? Anything else? I think that's all, man. I think that's all I had for today. We talked about the mayor race. We talked about and I got to say that one more time before I go, man. Shout out to the school teachers, man, that go. These school teachers, some of these, looking at this video, I want to show it to y'all. So I want to post it so bad, but looking at this video, that done something to me. And I ain't cried since my mama died, but I had tears in my eye, man. First, the tears come from the kid being homeless, right? The kid being homeless. Do y'all know that we got hundreds of kids that's homeless? We got hundreds of school kids that's homeless, but yet and still they take a bath the best way they can. They put on their clothes the best way they can. And they still go inside of our school system and still try to get an education knowing that they ain't got nowhere to lay their head at night. Nowhere. Some of them are sleeping in cars. Some of them are sleeping at Bigger Vision. Some of them are sleeping in tents. Man, I'm telling you, bro, we got a problem. We got a problem, a real bad problem. And everybody, we can keep trying to overlook it. We can keep trying to overlook it, but it ain't going to go away. I'm just going to be straight up with y'all guys. It's not going to go away. Our mayor created this situation. So it ain't going to go away, bro. I mean, I ain't trying to pat myself on the back, but my program that I had that was getting people into housing, getting them into rehab, getting them the help they need was the best thing smoking that we're dealing with homelessness. Now, some people might say, well, what about Advantage? That's another story. But I was the best thing smoking. As far as getting people, me and my crew used to go up in the woods and get people out of the tents and get them somewhere to live. You know what I'm saying? When it get hot outside, guess what? We get them in a place where it's cool at. When it get cold outside, we put them in nice hotels. Put them in hotels and all that. I ain't seen nobody do none of this yet. We had a government that promised the homeless population cooling stations. Promised them cooling stations. Promised them heat stations. That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. We had a government. I'm going to put the video in the chat when I get through. We had a manager, assistant manager, and a mayor that said, let's take some funds and build a cooling station and a warming station for Athens homeless population, right? That was 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago. And it still haven't been done. Still. So we can keep thinking that this problem is going away. It ain't going to go away. It ain't going to go away, bro. We got to. Y'all just don't know the call that I get sometime, bro, with these parents and stuff that's hurting. Like really hurt. It sometimes mess with me mentally. Because I'm like, this can't be possible. This can't be possible. When you see little kids sleeping in tents, and I ain't gonna call that girl name, man, but when that girl called me, that girl just had a baby. She took her tax money that she got and got her SUV. She just had a baby. And she said all her friends said, call Charles Hardy for help. When I pulled, and she didn't even want to tell me her situation. I pulled up on this lady. I said, man, where you at? And she said, I'm in Walmart parking lot. When I got to that parking lot and was talking, I said, you homeless, ma'am? And she said, yes, sir. I said, where you from? She said, Covington, Georgia, but I've been in Athens for about 5 years. She said, I just had a baby. I said, where your baby at? She said, in the car. I looked at, because I be wanting to see this stuff. Man, I looked in that car, man. Let me tell you something. I looked in that car, and that girl had a brand new newborn baby. Sleeping on a little hospital thing. Laid back in the back seat, bro. Laid back in the back seat. You know how you let the back seat down in the SUV? And that little baby, pretty little baby, that little baby was curled up. That little baby was curled up, bro. And I said, how long you been sleeping in your car, ma'am? She said, I was released from the hospital. I think she said like 2 weeks ago. So she had been like literally trying to feed her little child and everything. And she worked. It ain't like she ain't trying to help herself. That shit wrong. That shit wrong. Excuse my language, y'all, but that's wrong. That's wrong, man. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. When we take money and build bike trails and greenways and But on a lighter note, man, I do want to say thanks to Steve Middlebrook. I called Steve Middlebrook and told him what was going on. And they said, Charles, take that lady to the hotel now. He said, take her to the hotel. And when you get to the hotel, get her the necessary room that she needs. And get her my name. And I'll take care of it. I got a call from this young lady. And this was like 2 weeks ago. I got a call from that young lady the night before last. The night before last. And she just got into an apartment. She just got into an apartment. And she said, man, I couldn't have did it without you. Thank you so much, Mr. Hardy. Thank you so much. She living in Jefferson, Georgia now. She got her apartment. Her and that little baby. Oh, boy. But y'all just don't know what I see on a daily basis. The things that I see and God be putting me in these situations, man. He be putting me in these situations. Every call that I get, every text message, every inbox that I get, God be putting me in these situations. And I ask people, and people can tell you that they call me. I always ask them, why did you call me? Out of all the organizations that got millions of dollars to do this, for all the people that sit in elected official chairs and all this, why did you call me? And they always say, because you're the only one gonna help us. We call you Mr. Hardy because you care. You're the only one gonna help us. They always say that. Always. How did you get my number? How did you get my number? Advantage gave it to me. How did you get my number? Family Promise gave it to me. How did you get my number? Such and such gave it to me. We pushed all this money to these people. We pushed millions of dollars off to our friends. I'm not my friends, but to people to do this work, bro. And they can't do it. I just found out last week what Advantage is doing to help the homeless. You know what they're doing? They have a listening session with the homeless in the library every Friday and get them a damn bologna sandwich and a soda and ask them how their situation going. You mean to tell me we gave them millions of dollars to have a listening session? When you got people like my organization, First Step, that don't get nothing from nobody. I can't even get nobody to donate $1. But we still get out here faithfully every day to do what we can to help these people that need us. I done had, and some of my board members can tell you, we done had UGA students call us that's homeless. We done had kids that call us that's homeless. Single mom that done call us that homeless. I mean, we doing the work. And y'all know that, been following me for all these years. Some of y'all know that that's what I'm about. I'm about that work, bro. I ain't about all that talking. You know, I ain't about all that talk. I'm about that work. But yeah, this hour, it's 9 o'clock, guys. So thank you guys for watching, man. Tune in next Sunday.